I'm Monsignor Don Sawyer, pastor of Our Lady's Maronite Parish in Austin, and I wanted to share with you today a gospel reading coming up on our Sunday cycle about the Canaanite woman. Jesus goes out of Israel territory and realizes it's all short distances, and he goes into Tyre and Sidon. Tyre and Sidon were great Phoenician ports. This is where lumber was hewn from the mountains of Lebanon and shipped further down the coast to build the temple in Jerusalem. Great cities. They had colonies all the way from England, and even believe they went around the Cape of Good Hope of Africa. But here he goes down. He's not in a Jewish territory, and a woman calls out to him, "Lord, Son of David, have pity on me." And of course, my daughter's troubled by a demon. Jesus didn't answer her because it was tradition that men would not talk to strange women outside the home, even their wives. And even some Orthodox Jews still do not speak to their wives in public. But here she calls out, and then the apostles keep saying, she keeps calling, "Get rid of her." And she keeps shouting after us. This is the lesson of us. If we're going to ask for something for God, we have to be persistent. She put her faith that Jesus, and she heard stories that Jesus could heal her daughter. And she calling out, but he replies, and he's like in her presence, but he's talking to the disciples, and maybe to make them realize that he came for everybody. And she says, "Help me, Lord." And he says, "It's not right to take the food of sons and daughters and throw it to the dogs." She's first calling him, Son of David, and she used in that a Jewish term, recognizing him as the Messiah, the King people that were waiting for. And she uses the Greek word Lord, Kyrie, and in this context, you are God and you're a son of David, even where so many of the Jewish people never recognize him as such. And when his answer says, it's not right to take the food of sons and daughters, and she keeps insisting. Think about it, a woman, and she's talking to a Jewish man, a man that's unforbidden, and a Jewish man, and yet she's recognizing, and she falls at his feet, recognizes him as the Messiah. And of course, she says, and she doesn't say, "Help my daughter, help me." And in the Semitic mindset, even among in the Middle East, a mother will not call the child "my child," but to show how intimate that is, she'll say "mama" to the child. Or the dad will call his kids "papa," whether it's male or female. That the child is so much part of them that they are like the same person. So she's not saying, "Well, I'm all agitated, I'm upset," and then my daughter. No, she says it all when she includes herself in the daughter. And this is the lesson that we have to pursue and ask God. God answers prayers. Someone say, so-and-so got cancer. The first reaction, what do we have? Oh, find a good doctor. No, first thing should be say, "God, heal this person." And not just take care of them, be specific in your prayers. Heal them, Lord, and grant them healing. And of course, we as Maronites, we're very proud of our Saint Charbel, and his body's been intact. He died in 1898. And the oil comes from his grave. They change his clothes still, and that oil taken, one lady said that some man in her apartment complex, she didn't know the man, but he looked so depressed. He was sitting in the lobby, and she said, "What's wrong?" He said, "Well, I'm going for my operation for cancer. In a few days." So she, wait 1 minute, she ran up, she came down, and she had oil of St. Charbel. Here, this is a saint. She probably wasn't Catholic, but ask a saint, and he'll pray and ask God to heal you. And so anoint yourself with the oil, and he did. And so she went on, and for several weeks she hadn't seen him. And one day she saw him again in the lobby. She said, "Well, tell me, how did your operation go?" He said, "I didn't have it." She said, "What do you mean you didn't have it?" And he says, "No, that I did that oil on that saint you told me to pray to. I asked and talked to him. And when I went in, they first did all the x-rays, everything that they need, the test. And they came back and they told me, we can't find it. We can't find the cancer. We for sure we had it." And and they looked a little shamefacedly. So God healed him. And then he tells her, he said, "Here's your oil back. Thank you so much." So God hears prayers, but put them in words, ask him, and he's your loving Father. God bless you.